Welcome back. On this week's edition of WeatherWise, Jackson explains hurricane structure. Here's WeatherWise.
Meteorologist Jackson Chastain here with the latest edition of WeatherWise. Today we're going to revisit an old topic. We talked about hurricanes a while ago. We're going to talk about hurricane structure today because we didn't really break into that, and it's actually kind of an interesting phenomenon because unlike a typical thunderstorm, you actually have a certain degree of complexity to basically the build of a hurricane. And what it is it's multiple layers of different bands of thunderstorms where you get this rising motion of air that spreads up and then it spreads outward as it gets to the top. Not only that, but you have a pressure differential. Basically, you have low pressure at the surface, you have air that is basically rushing outward from the surface, and then you have sinking high pressure up at the top. And what that does, that sinking high pressure, well, that's going to clear out those skies, and as a result, the eye of that hurricane is going to be very, very clear. You're going to see very, very calm conditions in the center because high pressure, again, already it kills storms, so you're not really going to see anything anyways. So it's a very calm situation in the eye of that hurricane with that high pressure. Now, the other factor here, if you want to kind of look at it from a different perspective, is that with this upward motion, again, that's throughout the storm as it is kind of rotating around. You also have the inflow of winds at the surface and the outflow of winds at the top. So basically, those winds at the surface, they're circulating around and they're flowing inward towards that hurricane center, while the winds at the top, they are flowing out and then outwards. So if you kind of look at a satellite image of a hurricane ever, you'll kind of see these winds in the clouds are flowing outwards from the center, and you can't see the bottom, of course, because it's obscured, but those winds are flowing inward. Now, that's all I have for the latest edition of WeatherWise today. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to post those to our Facebook, to our Twitter. You can send us an email, but otherwise, you guys have a great one.
WeatherWise is brought to you by Fort County Electric Power Association.